Hello and welcome to Unity City Academy News. I'm Declan.
This is BBC School Report Day and I'm Alicia.
Some of the main stories today are the Archbishop of York visiting the Academy, the results of the Academy last year being record-breaking, and also the budget in 2013. Unity City Academy is now known as the most improved school in Middlesbrough, with a huge 98% of students getting A star to C in their GCSEs overall. 48% of students achieved A star to C, including English and Maths.
Yes, that is correct. As a matter of fact, they've been the most improved school for a while. It looks like if they keep rising like this, they'll be at the top very soon.
Very soon they might even be the most improved school in the North East.
This year's reached their 10-year anniversary.
Also, the Archbishop of York, Archbishop Sentiment, visited the Academy for the 10th year anniversary.
This is what happened when Archbishop visited.
Victor Hugo, the great writer, said, "There's nothing like a dream to create the future." There's nothing like a dream to create the future. So it is my deepest prayer that this celebration of the Unity City Academy today will just be that, a dream creating a future. For today's about dreams becoming reality. Dare to dream is something you've been thinking about here this term. Dare to dream, not to sleep and then get some kind of dreaming, or not that kind of thing, but something more than that. So it's important that each one of us has dreams and visions, because only by having dreams can we actually change our lives and also the world around us. So today it's about a very big dream starting to come true. For today, the dreams of many people are becoming a reality as we celebrate the 10th anniversary of this academy. 10 years old, and we still go the way.
In other educational news,
Teenagers have been encouraged to take on languages.
50% of secondary schools are now taking foreign languages as a GCSE course. This was 38% in 2010.
Some teenagers are taking foreign languages on an A level. 1 in 10 people are taking French in AS level on the subject.
French and German are declining, with the most popular choice being Spanish. Here are the highlights of yesterday's budget.
Chancellor George Osborne said painstaking work of putting right what badly went wrong. But simply, he said it would take a long time before the mistakes could be fixed.
George Osborne may have helped the pub trade by announcing a cut in beer duty taxes. Now over to the sport.
Welcome to Sports News.
To start off, we had an interview with an amazing footballer from our own school.
Let's have a look. When did you start playing football?
I went about 5-year-old. When I was at Stewart's Park with my dad, and this man picked me up for Cleveland Juniors, and I played for Cleveland Juniors for about 2 years, and I got scouted at the age of 7, and then that's when I play for Bristol now.
Yeah. When did you first realise you were good at football?
Well, it was like when all the scouts came in from other teams, and then they were like telling me that like what the academy could do with me and like where I am now. So. Yeah.
How were you noticed?
Well, I was captain of my old team, and I went to a few development centres as well. So like that's where it started noticing me.
What do you do in training, and is it hard?
Well, train like 4 times a week, and we do like lots of sprints to like keep us fit, and like technical work as well. So.
What do you do after training?
Well, like sort of like it absorbs all your energy, so like just sleep really, sleep and eat.
If you had a chance to play for any football team, who would it be?
Arsenal, but like it's harder to break through like the youth team at Arsenal, because it's like they're buying players from all over the place, so I'd rather just stay at Middlesbrough. It's easier to get through the first team.
Who's your favourite football player?
Probably John Terry as a defender, because John Terry's like, he's always got his heart on the line, and he's just 100% for the team, so John Terry.
Thank you, Dale, for the interview.
What a nice lad. In other news, last year Fabrice Muemba went into cardiac arrest in a football game and he died for 78 minutes, then resuscitated in hospital. He is now well. More on our website.
Two UCA News correspondents, Claire and Chloe,
Interviewed Paul Addison, BBC T's sports editor. Here's what happened.
do you have a Spartan hero?
My sporting hero is a former Middlesbrough player who's called John Hendry, and I used to watch him when I was little, and he's my favourite player, and he's still my sporting hero. But not many people have heard of him because he used to play for Middlesbrough, and he was great, but he never played for, well, he was Scottish, so he never played for his country, but he was my hero when I was younger.
What inspired you to have the job you have?
I just used to like watching sport on television and watching the people who were presenting it and listening to it on the radio, and one day I just thought I'd like to do that, because watching sport for a living, watching it and getting paid for it and enjoying it, it's a bit like a hobby. It's not a hobby because it's very hard work, but it's always been my dream to do it, so that's what inspired me.
Do you play football at the weekend?
I don't, because I always have to work at the weekend and watch football, but I play cricket occasionally when the weather's better than it is today. I like to play cricket, but I'm not very good at football, so I just stick to watching it. That's the best option.
How many years have you had the job?
I've worked as a journalist for about 15 years, but I had my current job for 10 years, and I lead a team of people now, whereas before I just used to work as part of the team. I have to manage the team, so I've done that for about 10 years, and for 5 years previously I worked as a reporter.
Do you do a lot of travelling?
I used to do a lot of travelling. I don't do so much travelling now because I don't cover all of the Middlesbrough games, but when I did, I used to travel across the whole country, and when Middlesbrough were in Europe, I travelled to various countries, which is brilliant because some of them are countries that you would never go ordinarily. We went to the Czech Republic, and I'd never been there, and we went to a Greek island, or near a Greek island, which I'd never been to, so it's brilliant. Now I travel just in our area, so I tend to go to Newcastle, Hull, Sunderland, Leeds, so I don't travel as much as I did, but I've seen some great places through my job.
When you were a child, did you want to have a sporting career?
No, I didn't really. I wasn't a sporty person. I was more of I used to like reading and writing and that aspect of it, so I was always into that side of it. I mentioned cricket earlier. I did play cricket for Thornaby Cricket Club under 13s, and I was reasonably good, but then I just thought I'm better at writing and talking about this, so that's the kind of thing I went on to do.
Is football your favourite sport?
It's 50-50 between football and cricket, and I have to know about all sports or know something about all sports, but I know most about football and cricket. They're my two.
If Middlesbrough Football Club was your favourite team, was it because you live in Liverpool or you?
Yes, so I don't have any choice. I could be a Liverpool fan or a Manchester United fan, but too many people are when they don't come from the place. So I think if you are from Middlesbrough, you should support your team, even though they're bad sometimes.
What types of sport do you commentate on?
I commentate on football mainly, and I also commentate on cricket. And anything else, when we had the Olympics last year, I learned a lot about rowing because we had Kat Copeland, who comes from Stockton, who won the gold medal. So while I didn't commentate on her race, I had to learn about rowing, which I didn't know anything about, so that's interesting because you learn all the time.
If you're really good at football and headed for your career, would this have been your second option?
Yes, I think so. I think I would have played football, earned loads of money, as they do, and then I'll have gone into the radio afterwards. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I just wish I could play.
Is this a job that you really enjoy?
Yes, I love it. It's I couldn't think of doing any other job because I've done this all of my life. I didn't start doing another job and then switched, which some people do. I've done it all my life, and I think it's great. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I love getting up every morning and going to work.
With doing the job you have, When you're not at work, do you go to the Middlesbrough matches?
That's a good question. I used to, but I find that if I'm not working, I like to switch off from work for a little bit, because I work obviously all during the week and Saturdays as well. So if Middlesbrough aren't playing, like is the case this week, it's nice to not go to the game and just forget about football for a while.
What made you feel as though you wanted to have the job you have?
I just like the idea of talking to people and getting stories and telling people stories. I think that's brilliant. It's a great privilege to be able to tell people the news and tell people what's going on in the world, whether it's politics, sport, the weather, anything. To be able to pass that information on to people, and then they'll use it and say, oh, I've taken my umbrella today because it's going to rain. Doing stuff like that is just amazing, being able to communicate with people.
When you were 13, what was the job that you wanted to have?
I wanted to be a DJ first of all, so I wanted to play records and do that kind of thing. But then I realised that there wasn't many opportunities doing that, so I had to talk and learn about the news and do that kind of thing. But I visited a radio station when I was similar age, and I liked the idea of putting songs on and playing songs, but I had to change my mind quite quickly.
Thanks very much.
It's a pleasure.
This has been Sports News, a BBC School report.
Welcome to Showbiz News. I'm Robin and this is Charlotte. Today we will tell you what's hot in the press.
Tom Fletcher sang a wedding speech to his wife Giovanna on their wedding night. This video went viral and got over 9 million views on YouTube. Tom admits, I didn't know this video would be that big. Tom didn't tell anybody about this romantic stunt, not even his natural eyes.
In other news, Katie Price feels she was pregnant with her 4th child. It was 5.5 weeks after getting married to Kevin Hurler. It came as a shock to everyone, including Katie herself, although they were not expecting that if they are both over the moon.
In more exciting news, One Direction are releasing a 3D documentary movie called The Sizzles. It's about what the boys do in their everyday life.
Also, Jessie J shaved her hair for charity on Megnor's Day. The money she raised will go towards various causes in the UK and Africa. She raised more than £500,000.
Justin Bieber cancelled a concert in Portugal due to being in hospital with breathing issues.
Ryan Gosling wants to take a break from acting. After all, one of releasing movies loved by many fans, Ryan says it's time for a break.
Thanks for listening to Showbiz News.
Goodbye and good night. Back to the newsroom.
Over to Annalise and Cassidy with the weather.
Welcome to today's weather forecast. I hope you're all well wrapped up as there's no sign of winter relinquishing its grip on us. It's cold everywhere across the UK, but it's Scotland where it's the highest chance of snow. You can expect cloudy weather in the north-east and the north-west of England and Wales, whilst London and the south-east can expect the odd shower outbreak. The south-west is the only part of the UK that is likely to see any sunshine today. Temperature-wise, it's another chilly one, just a degree or two above freezing in Scotland. 4 degrees for the Midlands, whilst Wales and London can enjoy expected temperatures of around 5 degrees. Along the south coast, expect temperatures to be a little bit higher, between 6 and 7 degrees Celsius. Fortunately, winds will be light across the UK, so wind chill shouldn't be much of a factor. And with that, over to Annalise for the 5-day forecast.
The cold front continues over the weekend and into the start of the next week in the northeast. Expect Friday to be cloudy with temperatures of just 2 degrees Celsius. On Saturday you could see a few snow showers at temperatures barely above 0. Sunday and Monday will be cloudy and 2 degrees, whilst on Monday the temperature takes a dip again. Make sure you wrap up warm if you are venturing out this weekend, and with that, back over to the studio.
That's it from our BBC News School report at Unity Academy. Yeah!